Now let me take you back for a second or two. Childhood raps take you back for a minute, when times were more simple and you lived with your parents. Before you went to college and you started paying taxes. Remember these shows that you watched as a kid. Childhood raps take you...
Okay, you beautiful passengers. Those of you who are here because of the Owl House, and you were here for the first episode's reaction, I'm sorry that I didn't have much going on in the background for that, but due to the simple fact that I was swapping out trucks, I didn't have everything with me, and I was trying out new angles and stuff like that, so yeah. And a second thing, for those of you who are new here due to the Owl House and reactions to it, this is the home location. When we're not in the truck, we are here. So yeah, welcome to the home location. And thirdly, if you are new here due to Owl House reactions, yes, I went a little slow there because for some reason I say Amphibia when I'm thinking of the Owl House. So I've got to get out of that mode. And once Amphibia comes back, I know that I'm just going to be thinking Owl House. And it's just going, you know what? Let me stop myself there. Those of you who are new here, because of Owl House, the third thing is these are edited reactions, as you could tell from the first episode's reaction. So, with that said, yes, we are here to watch the Owl House Season 1, Episode 2. And where we last left off with Luce, that's what I remember her name being. And those of you who've been around this channel for a while, y'all already know how terrible I am with names. So, we're going with Luce until I'm told different. So, where we last left off with Luce, she was sending her mom a text saying, hey, camp's great, having fun. You know, y'all get the gist of it. She's lying to her mom, letting her know, hey, blah, 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 everything's cool, I'm here. And y'all know my theory right now. Yes, it is going to be very difficult to pull my theory off, considering I think this is all in her imagination and stuff like that. But if they've got the right writing behind it, I think they can pull off that whole twist of it's all in her imagination and stuff like that. And what I think might be pretty cool is if it is in her imagination, but what's in her imagination ends up coming out to the real world, and that might be where we explore on Season 2. So that might be a good twist to it, if that's the way they're going to go. I have no idea, but as I've been saying for the last couple of videos, well, I don't know if I have or not. I can't remember whether or not I've been saying that. But what I'm going to try to start saying, those of you who are catching the premiere and don't have the function to skip ahead through all my ramblings, and key thing here, if you check out the premiere to these, reactions, wait about 3 or 4 minutes, and usually that's when we first jump into the reactions. So y'all don't have to wait no longer. Let's start this in 3, 2, 1, and play. Well, this is an interesting way of giving us a refresher from episode 1. Nope, wasn't a dream.
Wasn't a dream. Good morning, terrifying fantasy world.
Good morning.
I think with her saying it wasn't a dream is literally disproving my theory that it's all in her head.
Cutie pie. I'm just wishing you a good morning. Jeez. Hoot.
I swear I know that voice of Hootie.
This is it, old girl.
Who are you again?
Huh?
Okay, so this is our opening. I haven't seen the intro yet, so I don't know if it was released ahead of time or not. Witches before wizards.
We freed the oppressed and defeated the evil warden together yesterday?
Also, you're wrapped in a bathrobe and wearing the dirtiest traffic cone I've ever seen. Magic staff, huh? You really want one?
More than anything.
I shall smite my enemies, ages 6 to 11.
Most days I sell only the finest homemade elixirs and potions.
Snake oil.
Remember, never befriend a man in sandals and always measure twice, cut once.
Don't befriend a man with sandals. And of course, I agree with the measure twice, cut once.
What? But I just found the perfect
Okay.
spot. Why do I have to go?
You and I know she's either gonna get lost or eaten, probably both.
No, I won't.
Turn around, Centaur.
4 hooves and wants to buy a potion. This guy.
My eyes are down.
Oh
there.
yeah, I remember that being in a preview.
Big houses always belong to big whack jobs. Let's kick the package inside and get out of here.
Hello?
I think King is trying to give you a hint, Luce. Kick the package in, get out, cause whoever it is a whack job.
The owl lady?
Oh, he's got sandals on.
Wizard.
A weird old
Don't
man
trust
with
him.
jams?
I was in my oscillarium, reading the stars. And who might you be with eyes full of curiosity? I have a quest.
A quest?
A question.
I have a question.
Oh.
Would you like to go on a quest?
Yes!
My goodness.
I might have just the thing. The prophecy speaks of a young human girl who will
Pixie
claim the
Village.
celestial stuff and free this world.
Chosen one.
Neat story, awesome. Anyway,
Okay,
he's gone
Luce.
and we are too.
It's a little bit way too coincidental that
I'm in.
you're getting a quest from a wizard. Wizard, I don't know. He's got sandals on.
Hey, what kind of chosen one should I be?
And that's all she's wanting.
What?
Should I be full of optimism and goodness, like the good witch Azora? Or should I be like a bad girl chosen one with blood?
He even gave her a map.
Let me see this.
Yeah, y'all were definitely making her want to go on this quest by laughing at her.
This was real, did you?
What?
This map is bunk. There's no lake with a celestial staff on the Boiling Isles.
But am I really worthy?
Oh gosh. Come on, Luce. Everything
I'll
is
never know unless
just
I try.
way too coincidental.
Finally! All that mean-spirited laughter made me sleepy.
Got my trusty weapon.
By the power of Skullgar, I am out of breath.
And the batteries are dead.
You know, I wonder if I made the right choice by coming here.
But if the toy's able to cut through vines, it's coming in handy, so who am I to judge?
I see. So you're the chosen one.
I really don't like this.
Hit me, little furry man.
Your quest shall stop if you fail this game. So tell me, my dear, what is my name?
Chris.
Chris?
That's it. You may cross the bridge. And please take this, chosen one. It shall help you on your journey. To find your pupil and still your wrath, look ahead and follow the path.
Huh.
The Catman melted!
It's a trap.
Okay, so what do
So what
they
do we
want?
do?
Okay, they want her to follow Luce.
Thank you for
Okay.
inviting me to your feast, princess. All your food was so tiny and cute. I hope this quest never ends.
Your quest will soon come to an end, for the staff you seek is around the bend.
Thanks for ruining the mood, Chris.
Yeah,
Go on,
Chris.
chosen one.
Hmm.
Yes! I am the chosen one. I knew it. I always
Okay.
suspected there was a reason nobody understood
So
my
what's
life
going to
was
happen now? Because
proof.
there. Okay, here we go.
A human
Magical
Never
wizard?
trust a man
has failed you.
who wears sandals.
Apprentice.
Oh!
No!
Now that was a very interesting way to trap
Why
her.
are you doing this?
I like that.
Your mentor has been stealing customers from my potions business for years. She must be destroyed. All because you wanted to think you were special.
Stay with us, Luz. Stay with Adagast. We need you here. You could be our chosen one.
I think Luce is smart enough to already tell, like, okay, y'all tricked me once, but I'm not gonna fall for this again.
It is beautiful here. Loose! But it's not real.
Told ya.
I am a witch's apprentice. And I'm gonna earn my magic staff the hard way.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that.
He's just a big, slimy jerk.
Oh, right in the head, actually. That has to suck.
Well, that's the last time I take an outside referral.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, did you want some of that?
No.
No,
I'm just
no.
confused.
Thinking of calling it
I don't want
quits,
none
huh?
either.
And that's why you need to choose yourself.
Does that mean you'll give me a magic staff of my own?
Not yet, but someday.
Okay, so there's our episode. An episode that what stood out to me the most with this episode was the simple fact that in the end, this episode seemed to be about you thought you were special, but you were just like everyone else pretty much is the whole gist of this episode. Sometimes we aren't chosen for greatness. Sometimes we are just, oh gosh, that sounds so drab and dreary now. What's a better way to put that? You know what? I agree with it. You know, so many people believe that they're so special and that they're meant for greatness and this and that. Yes, you can be meant for greatness, but let that greatness be, you know, on account that you believe that you're great. You know, don't let the greatness that you're striving for be dictated, you know, by other people and their standards. So you're destined for greatness, yes, but you're not destined for greatness in everyone else's eyes. In your eyes. Go with that. That's, I think, a better way of putting it, because the way I was starting out my afterthoughts there seemed really drab and dreary. Just me saying, you know what, nobody is special. Sometimes we're just meant to live life and blah, blah, blah. No, you know what, we're meant to live the best life for ourselves. So don't be sitting here trying to be something special to other people and to their standards. So, yeah. And, of course, the title of this episode was Witches Before Wizards, which is a play on the whole statement of bros before hoes. I don't really use that phrase myself, cause, you know, I don't ever have a reason to use that phrase. So, yeah, and if you're not familiar with that, of course, that's, you know, over here in the States, if you're out of country, is just a thing saying, hey, you know what, we friends. You know, that's a statement from guys pretty much saying, yo, look, man, we friends, and, you know, we come before this girl here. So, yeah, it's kind of a vulgar way of saying it, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I'm married, so my wife comes before everyone else. So, you know what? Yeah. So I don't really use that statement, but that's pretty much what the statement was saying. And lo and behold, of course, we knew from the very, very, very beginning of this episode when Ida said, don't trust a man who wears sandals. Obviously, people who wear sandals, I'm wondering if that's a hint for the rest of the season that we should be on the lookout for people wearing sandals. And it's kind of like, you know, hey, you know, they're wearing sandals. They're probably a puppeteer, so don't trust them. As far as, there was one other key element in there, you know, Luz woke up and she's like, yes, it wasn't a dream. So I'm kind of wondering if my theory of it all being in her imagination is kind of just null and void right there with her knowing that it's not a dream, or is it still something that could happen due to the fact that it feels like if she is at the summer camp that she was sent to, that this episode would have been in all, you know, if it was based in reality, instead of her using her imagination and believing that this is what's happening. Because Ida reminds me of somebody who's like an older camp counselor who's still pretty cool, and, you know, she's trying to uplift some of the kids in her own way. You know, she doesn't play by the rules of the other counselors, but she's still pretty cool, you know. And this episode reminds me of something that if all the other camp counselors were there and they were trying to play, you know, prank Luz or something like that, and just kind of get her get her goose a little bit and prank her. And of course, Luz's imagination runs wild, and this is what she's envisioning. And, I don't know. I don't like the idea personally. I don't personally like the idea that, hey, this is all in her imagination, and this is, her thinking that this is what's really happening inside her head, but she's really over here at camp. I don't like that idea. But like I said, it could work if the right writing's, involved. And, oh gosh, I do not want that to happen, y'all. I want the world to be real, and ultimately that, whatever's in this world, the Boiling Springs, I want it to come into the real world, and then, find out the complications that entails with season 2 or something like that. I don't want it to be in her head, because that's kind of lackluster writing, in my opinion. It's kind of a cheap way of getting a twist, and it's I don't know. I don't like the way that it seems like I just don't like it. So yeah, and if you've made it this far in the video, way to go. I mean, most people are just here to kind of check out the reaction, and then at the end of the reaction, they move on, and that's cool. I don't mind that. But for those of you who do stay around, listen to my afterthoughts, listen to my before thoughts, and all that good stuff, definitely appreciate y'all. I don't know how y'all stand to listen to my voice for so long, and all my ramblings and stuff like that, but definitely thank y'all. And from here, I guess it's the same old, same old. Y'all know what to do from here. Hit that like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And, as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are, I do.